What's up, everybody? You should be live. How you guys doing today? What's up, Chris? How you doing? You want to make sure to hit that like button as you come in. Subscribe if you're new, of course. So yeah, we're gonna get into this slate today. I don't know if you saw my tweet earlier, but I absolutely hate this slate today. There's too many plays I like, and I don't like when I like too many plays. So that's just how it is. Playing light today, I'm going more heavier on sports betting than on DFS because I just don't like this slate, and I don't want to just, lose all my money. So, hold on 1 minute. I guess we'll start by just going down what every driver needs to do and all that jazz. You know, the vibes. Let's get it. Time to make some money. Yes, sir. Hopefully we are going to make some money today. That is the goal. All right, Kyle Larson starts 10th. He's the most expensive driver. He needs to lead laps. He's always ran well here in the 42 car, but he never really was a big-time lap leader. He's only led 16 laps here in his career. Obviously, it was in a 42 car, not the 5. But this is a track where it really showed yesterday in the Xfinity race that just track position and clean air are so important. So I don't think he'll get to the lead too fast. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't lead at all in this race. I think he'll probably finish top 5. It's just, I want to play Larson. I don't feel good. This is the first race in, months that I've just been kind of off Kyle Larson, but I'm really not that on Kyle Larson today, so it's just not where I really want to go. I much prefer going to the JGR guys. That's pretty much the guys I really like as dominators today. Kyle Busch being the first one. Starting on the pole, he has a ton of clean air. He's going to have to lead a bunch of laps for it to work out for you, but I think that should happen. So I really like Kyle Busch. He's going to be a guy that I want to play today. I think either him or Truex gets out early and just leads a ton of laps. Wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Busch won today. So I definitely do like Kyle Busch here. William Byron is just kind of too expensive. They priced him up a lot. I'm happy they did. Everyone would have played him. He needs a top 3 to 5x. So, there's no doubt that William Byron can definitely do that. But at the flatter tracks in this package this year, Hendrick Motorsports hasn't been as fast. So I don't think a top 3 is guaranteed for Willie B here. So probably not, or I'm really not too interested in William Byron. Kevin Harvick is expensive too. He's going to need a top 2. I know this is the track where Harvick has dominated historically, and maybe this is where he gets his first win, but I just don't really want to play him when you need that much. We just haven't seen the speed from Stewart-Haas Racing this year to really make me want to get to Kevin Harvick. Denny Hamlin, I think, he's going to be really popular. He's favorite today. I don't really agree with him being the favorite today, but Denny Hamlin's been great at the flat tracks this year. He probably should have won Richmond if it wasn't for that late caution. I've seen him lead a bunch of laps at Phoenix. There was another track where he led a ton. He's been really good at the flat tracks all year. I expect him to get out front and lead at some point today, so I'm going to like Denny Hamlin. I think you got to play him. Chase Elliott needs to lead laps. This is, I think, going to be probably your lowest owned guy in this top tier range of drivers. It's going to be Chase. I don't think a lot of people are going to play him starting 3rd. Again, we haven't seen, from this package, the Hendrick cars be as fast this year. And honestly, Chase Elliott just hasn't been as fast as anybody this year. Just not a big time lap leader, so that kind of worries me. So I'm not really too high on Chase here. If he gets out front and leads a ton and wins, I'm not going to be surprised. But I think I just prefer a lot of these other guys in this price range more. Joey Logano, I really like Joey Logano here. I think he's a dark horse to win this race. He's plus 1,000 on DraftKings, so I bet that. So Joey Logano starting 15th. He's going to need a top 5 to pay off that salary. I really like the way this team, the Penske teams, have been at these flatter tracks. Been really good. Joey Logano's just been really consistent all year. Ran well at Phoenix this year. So I really like Joey Logano. I think he can win this race. I don't think anyone's really talking about him coming into this week. Starting 15th. He's probably not going to get you a ton of dominator points, but he definitely could have a very, very good run. Brad Keselowski, I'm fading. I'm not playing a lot anyway. I'm fading a lot of guys, but I'm not really too high on Keselowski. I know he dominated last year, and just he was. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know he dominated last year, especially the flatter tracks. We saw him dominate Richmond, New Hampshire last year. He's really good at Phoenix as well, but I just don't see it this week from Keselowski. Honestly, I don't think I see it from Keselowski the rest of the year. I just don't feel like he's locked in. Honestly, if you guys don't know, he's changing teams in this year. He's going to own Roush next year. That'll be announced this week. So I just don't see it from Keselowski. I just don't really see. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't win a race again this year. I just haven't seen the speed from him at all. Just doesn't seem like he's locked in right now, so I'm really not going to be too high on him. He needs a top 4 to pay it off. Could he do it? Of course. Could he win? Of course, but I just don't really see it. Martin Truex Jr., this is the guy I think this is like my favorite Dominator play on the whole slate. He needs to lead laps. I mean, he's just been so good at these flat tracks this year, man. I mean, we saw him, or in this package, we saw him win Phoenix, we saw him win Martinsville, and then Darlington all in this package. Obviously, Darlington's not as similar, but Martinsville and Phoenix are pretty similar tracks to New Hampshire, so, I mean, it's pretty much as close as you're going to get it. So, Martin Truex Jr., I really like him today. I think he could dominate and lead a ton of this race, so I'm going to be playing him a lot. BK packing it in. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, man. I mean, he got his win of the year already at Talladega. He's in the playoffs, but I don't really expect him to go far. I don't know. He just seems out of it right now. Not used. I mean, this is the worst Keselowski's run in years, honestly. Or at least, I don't know about the worst he's run, but it just doesn't seem like he's been running as well, and just, I don't know, something's up there. Daniel Suarez is way too expensive. Like, I'm just not playing him just because he's $8,900. I mean, he's $8,900 on DraftKings and $5,700 on FanDuel. I don't know if you guys care about that, but that's what it is. So, I mean, Daniel Suarez, I'm just not on today. I mean, I just think there's way other cheaper guys to go to for place differential points. I'd rather just play the Dominator playing Truex for $200 more. It's pretty much all it is. I mean, Suarez needs a top 14 to pay it off. Obviously, that can happen, but I just don't want to pay that much for place differential when there's other good PD plays, just cheaper. Ryan Blaney, he needs a top 3 to pay off the salary. I mean, I think that definitely is possible, but it's just you're kind of asking him to have you don't, there's not a lot of room for error there. He just needs to do a lot. If you want to play him, I think it's fine, but I'm probably not going to go there. Favorite cheaper cash plays? My favorite, I mean, probably Corey LaJoy was probably the cheapest I'd go in cash today. I don't mind. I'm not playing Corey LaJoy today, but in cash, I think he's fine. Then maybe like Ross Chastain. Yeah, that's probably where I go for cheaper cash plays. Kurt Busch needs a top 2. Won last week, dominated last week. Didn't see that coming. I don't think he'll do it again, so probably just not going to be on Kurt Busch today. If he does it again, man, that'd be pretty cool. I like seeing Kurt Busch do well. I think he deserves a better ride, personally, even though that team has looked pretty good recently, but still just think he deserves a better ride. Eric Almirola starts 22nd. He's going to need a top 11. I don't mind this. I don't think anyone's going to play him. No one's been playing Almirola. SHR's shown a little bit more speed, not speed to dominate and win, but speed to, contend for top 10s recently. So Eric Almirola, I mean, I don't mind going there. I understand if you don't want to go to him, but I don't think he's going to be high owned at all. So Eric Almirola at $8,400, 122nd, probably around 10% owned. I'm cool with that. Alex Bowman, I think is an interesting play. I mean, he's in play, man. He only needs to get top 4 to pay off his salary. When he has upside to dominate this race. They just made him way too cheap. I don't really understand why he's $8,200. That kind of makes no sense to me. I think he should probably be more closer to like $9K. Probably more where Blaney's at, or like $8,700. That's kind of where I feel like Bowman should be right now, but he's 85 or 82, I'm sorry. So if you want to play him, that's fine. I don't mind that. Chris Buescher, I'm not too high on Chris Buescher here. I mean, he needs a top 10, and that team just hasn't been good in this package. They've been way better in the other package, so I don't see him doing well. Ryan Preece is $7,800. Like, I don't really know what DraftKings was thinking here. Like, he needs a top 14 to pay it off. I'm not ever playing Ryan Preece if you need a top 14 to hit 5x. So I'm out on Preece. Christopher Bell needs a top 7. I think Bell's going to be popular because obviously yesterday he dominated one Xfinity race. He's 3 for 3 in the Xfinity Series in New Hampshire. So I think Bell's going to get a lot of ownership today, or a lot more than he should. I just don't I don't think he's going to win. I think he'll run well. He could contend for a top 5. I don't think he wins today. But I just don't see the ceiling there. Like, he can run well and maybe 5x it for you, but the ceiling around with other guys priced around him is just so much higher. I just don't really want to go there. Bowman Interviews has said this track is in his head. Yeah, I do remember a few years ago he wrecked 3 cars in practice, and then he ended up finishing in the top 10. I can understand not getting that, but I mean, as drivers get older, they figure it out. So, Cash, Hamlin, Truex, Logano, Bell, Stenhouse, and Bubba. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, that looks good. Matty D needs a top 10. I'm interested on what Matty D, how he races the rest of the year. If I were him, I would race the hardest I ever had in my career and go balls to the wall pretty much every single week at this point. Like, he's got nothing to lose. So just, dude, try to go win a race, man. Like, he better win one before the end of this year. And obviously, it's probably his two most likely spots are going to be Daytona and Talladega, and honestly maybe Bristol, but that's it, man. And I just want to see him run well. Like a top 10, I think Matty D should start contending for those every single week. He ran well here last year, so there's that. So I like Matty D. He's in my player pool today. I don't mind him. I prefer him over Dylan. And he also needs a top 10, but Austin Dillon in this package hasn't been as great as he has in the other package, so I'd probably prefer to go to Matty D. Ryan Newman, he only needs a top 17 to pay off that salary. I don't mind that, but I prefer Ricky. Although Ricky Stenhouse, I feel like Newman's probably a little bit safer, but Stenhouse has more upside. I think Stenhouse can get like a top 10 here. I don't think Newman can. But Stenhouse only needs a top 18 to pay off that salary, so I really like him going into this race. I think he should do pretty well, so I'll probably get some Ricky today. Ross Chastain needs a top 14. They made him way too cheap, so I like going to Ross. I think that's definitely someone that I have pretty good interest in. Tyler Reddick, I don't mind. He needs a top 9. He can move down a spot and still pay off. They made him too cheap. And, he's just been consistent top 10s week after week after week. So, I think Reddick could be a sneaky tournament play here. Reddick and Bell are similar plays to me, and I'd rather play Reddick because he's $6,800. So, I don't mind Tyler Reddick at all. I know his track isn't really his style, but we have seen him run well at Phoenix before. So, definitely as possible. Eric Jones needs a top 16. I'm not paying that. Bubba Wallace needs a top 14. Bubba Wallace, that team's found the speed recently, and they're starting to look a lot better. I could see him having a good run. He's always done well at Martinsville, so a top 10 I think is possible today for Bubba. So the top 14 I think is definitely doable. Cole Custer needs a top 16. I'd just rather play Bubba Wallace, to be honest. Michael McDowell needs a top 17. I don't really want to bet on that. Chase Briscoe needs a top 16. I think Briscoe's okay. You can get there if you want to. He's looked a lot better. He's actually been the second best Stewart House racing car this year. Briscoe's starting to put it a little bit more together. Obviously, the equipment he's in isn't good enough, but he himself is putting it together a little bit. So I like Briscoe going forward. I don't know. There's some other guys out here I just like. I like Bubba today. I even like LaJoy. So I don't really know how much I want to get to Briscoe. Anthony Alfredo needs a top 20, and never doing that. And Corey LaJoy also needs a top 20, and he's been running pretty well, especially these shorter, flatter tracks coming in. So, I think he's a good cash play. I think he's a good tournament play if you want to. I don't think I'm going to play him today because I don't think I need to, but I don't mind Corey LaJoy at all. So, yeah, there's the quick little rundown on every single driver. Let me know any questions you guys have. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't rain today. I know, let me look at the weather. I don't really care. I wouldn't mind just laying down and not even watching NASCAR today for yesterday's stupid race. Okay, I guess it's not raining anymore. I guess they're racing. Yay, New Hampshire. And then we go on a 2-week break after this one. So, top 3 to 5 plays today. If I had to rank plays, well, I think 1 would be Hamlin and Truex. 1 and 2 would be Hamlin and Truex. You can alternate them. I probably prefer Truex a little bit more just because he's a little bit cheaper. Those would probably be my top 2 plays. And then I really like Stenhouse. I think he's a really good play today. I really like Ross Chastain. I think he's a really good play. And then let's go. Let's go Joey Logano 5th. Yeah. I think my top 5. Any other questions you guys got for me on this slate today? Lewis Hamilton really won again. What a legend. I don't even follow F1, but I know that dude's just goated. I saw what happened today, though. He's not going to win championship this year, I don't think, but I don't want to talk about F1. I don't know that sport that well. Any other questions you guys got on this slate today? Go Bucks. Is Morikawa still balling out? The 1 week I don't bet him. I bet him every single major, and I don't bet him this week, of course. Any other questions you guys got today? Oh, yeah, he's 14 under. Of course. F in the chat for Nate. I've asked before, but thoughts on Haley? Same Spire equipment. Yeah, it is the same equipment, but I mean, they don't run similar, man. Like, Corey LaJoy is competing for top 20s, and, like, Justin Haley can't even get close to the top 20. It's the same team, but, like, they definitely give their better equipment to Corey LaJoy. And it's just, Haley's just not as good either. Like, he's just, like, I think Haley will be a solid driver in NASCAR Cup Series, but, you know, he's really young. He's still getting everything going. I mean, he just hasn't run, like, he just doesn't have any upside, but yeah, I mean, he does free up cash for like Suarez. I mean, I don't really want to play Suarez today, but I mean, honestly, if you're gonna punt, I think I'd rather just go with Quinn Houff. I mean, he's just cheaper. He gives you some PD. If he can get a 30th, that'll probably be better for you because I really don't see Justin Haley getting higher than like 26th, 25th. I mean, that's pretty much what he's done all year long. I mean, here I can just go through the stats on Haley real quick. Let's see. So there's one top 25. Yeah, that's it all year. Oh, wait, that's not all year. That's just the last 10 races. Hold on. I'll pull it up on my phone. I don't have Haley's stats on here. Give me a second. All right, Justin Haley's finishes this year. 29th, 25th, 27th, 35th, 28th, 40th, 28th, 30th, 30th, 38th, 35th, 30th, 24th, 29th, 26th, 24th. That's Daytona 500, doesn't count. So two, non-plate races where he finished in the top 25. That doesn't do me anything. Like, it's just not, I mean, it might help you cash. And you're playing a cash lineup, I guess I can understand going to Haley, but in tournaments, I just don't see any upside for that to win you anything big, so I just don't really want to go there. And this isn't if this race is like a 500 lap race, like if this was Bristol or Martinsville where there's 500 laps, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see why that works out. But, it's a 300 lap race. There's not going to be like 300 plus, priced guys or 300 plus, or 100 point guys where you're probably going to need someone really cheap. I don't really like playing the punts unless it's something that really stands out to me. I don't ever go there. I just don't ever see any upside of those. I mean, they end up being optimal like once a year. And I'm okay missing on that one race because it's just a random race. Like, they weren't even optimal in Martinsville or Bristol last year or this year. Any other questions? Ryan Preece, Corey LaJoy, BJ McLeod, Quinn Houff to the rear. I don't think it really affects anything. I mean, all started in the back already. I mean, obviously I don't care about McLeod and Houff, but I mean, I wasn't interested. The only one I was kind of interested in is LaJoy, but I mean, he started 30th already. It's not really too big of a deal. Any more questions you guys got? I mean, if I don't get any more questions in the next minute or two, I'm probably just going to call it a day and go chill. Thanks, Nate. Enjoy a 2-week break. Yeah, bro, you too. So I'm need a break from sports in general, so I'm actually excited for this break because I don't care about the Olympics. Just ready for the finals to be over and just to relax for 2 weeks, no sports, and just work and have fun with friends and stuff. So. All right, probably going to head on out. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck today, and I'll see you guys back again in 2 weeks.